Great men are going to be great regardless of their circumstance or people around them, and the great men have proven that. I would say the closest person who could say that he was stretched out behind a woman was Tom Brady, but then you saw what he did. As soon as he left her, he went and won another Super Bowl and then retired on his own terms. I don't believe that a woman has anything to do with a man's greatness as far as what he is known for, what his like legacy is. As far as him being a husband, a provider, a father, she influences those things, but those aren't the things that made him great. That's none of those things are what made LeBron James a household name. Him being a high school phenom at the age of 16 and beating and playing against grown men and embarrassing them was what got his name out there. And then for the next 2 years, he's continued to average over 30 points, doing all that great shit while he was in high school and went to the NBA at 18 and went to the NBA and was dominating at 18. Savannah James had nothing to do with that. His coach
let me give
his
so
wife.
let me give you an example of a woman, not necessarily a wife, that's going to end up taking this man down. It's going to be a couple of them. So I think Zion Williams is going to be one. I think Anthony Edwards. Well, he's young in his career.
A woman not going to take him down. What's taking him down is that he's been so injured.
If you said Aisha Curry, then you got a conversation.
No, but I don't think she took him down. But two guys who are possible, who has the look, Anthony Edwards has a possibility of being a great player. He has the potential. Now, he's still young in his career. You only talk about 5 season ends, so he still has that possibility. Zion Williamson, I still think if he stay focused, locked in, I think he could be great. So those are two young players. Somebody said in the chat, I agree totally. Mike Tyson. We watched what Robin Givens. Yeah, we watched what happened with Robin Givens. We watched how that whole situation panned out.
Sexual assault do that.
Mike Tyson was one of the greatest boxers ever. So I don't know what she did to dismantle him being.
Jesus Christ.
We're not saying that a woman she can't throw a man off. We're saying that she didn't make him great. Mike Tyson was great before Robin Givens.
No. The question was, the question you asked me, what woman can affect that man's greatness? Robin Givens affect that
great athlete fell off because of a woman?
Robin Givens was a man killer. She hurt that man's career.
He didn't mess with
his. No, he did. He did.
He fell off. A lot of happening. His entire process just changed after he lost his trainer. Everything about him, he just started to be more lenient. He started
but real dope. It was more than that. That happened. All that stuff happened at the same time. All of that happened at the same time. Him being ripped off by Don King and Robin Givens and Robin Givens' mother was all a part of that whole bullshit. Was all a part of that bullshit.
Let's make sure we get back on track, y'all. I don't want to get too far away from the topic.
But I feel like certain women can bring you down, and they will bring you down if you allow them to, if you bring them into their lives.
I think it's been proven that more women will bring you down than will make you great, though. I think it's more likely that a woman will fuck up what a man has going on before she'll enhance it.
Yeah, I think any woman can affect your mental space and contribute to bringing you down. However, when it comes to contributing to your greatness, I don't think that any of these women contributed to these men's greatness. I don't think that, like the same way that a gambling addiction can bring you down. Yeah, a bad woman can help bring you down, but I don't think she can help make a man great. I don't think LeBron James' wife, by giving him kids that was just a different part of his life, outside of basketball. But I don't think it contributed to making him a better basketball player. I don't even know Michael Jordan's situation, outside of basketball. I think he was pretty chaotic outside of basketball, but Dennis Rodman was pretty chaotic outside of basketball. It was a lot of guys who had chaotic lives and didn't have the lifestyle that LeBron James and his family has and are great basketball players. I don't think it really makes a difference.
Let's go ahead and get let's go ahead and get Brian and Bo, and I got some more questions for you guys. We can't hear you, just so you know.
Can you hear me now? Okay. I feel like when men date women who are not good for them, I feel like their intuition is thrown off, if that makes any sense. They tend to make wrong decisions, bad business decisions. They tend to hang with the wrong crowds. If the woman supports what he's doing and he really likes that woman or really want to impress that woman, she can push him to do things he's not supposed to do. You see where they help women, well, women in certain areas help, you know, gangs backdoor people. You get what I'm saying? So, and I notice when men have good women in their life, like women who wants to see them succeed, wants to see them be their best selves, not just because of what she can gain from them being their best selves, but genuinely want them to be their best selves, which is going to be a process all the way until you die. So I don't care anybody saying, "Oh, I expect my man to come to me perfect," or "I'm going to come to my woman perfect." It's not going to happen. It's just don't work that way. That's not life. And I feel like, yeah, when it comes down to women, that's just when you have a good woman, you tend to feel better. You know, my stepdad, he told me when him and my mom broke up, they wasn't for each other. They both had their reasons, but now he's in a place where he's around other people, and he was like, "I'm at such a place of peace. I don't even want to involve myself in certain things in certain environments." And he admitted that the woman he is with contributed to that. My dad did too. So I guess until you actually have a woman, I don't know, that you love, you really wouldn't know. It's nothing we can show you that's concrete. That's what comes with loving with a woman. A woman. With men, yeah, we look at the way y'all provide this, that. But it just sounds like when I hear a lot of y'all speak, a lot of y'all haven't really experienced a good woman. Like, but then, like I said, women out here trying to be better men than they are women, and I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Like, even women don't even really know what they're supposed to bring, because when you hear them talk, they're like, degrees, which is good, jobs, which is good, but I never hear them talk about the feminine aspect of the relationship that calms a man's nerves, gives him faith, motivation, make him believe things that he probably didn't believe before. Whether it affects his career or not, it could just affect maybe his peace that he have within himself. It might not be something you can see on the surface, but a lot of those men, they back their wives for a reason, and they make sure they protect their wives at all costs, regardless of what other men think, because they already know how in y'all world it can definitely be downplayed. Not to Hank, because Hank kind of tried to explain it, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, I want to go ahead and get Bo in there. Bo, did you want to add to this conversation? I got a question I want to pose to the panel. If you ain't got nothing to add on that, then I just go straight to the question.
I think that a lot of the perspectives that I heard are right. I think that men already have to have greatness before a woman steps in. A woman only enhances that greatness. A woman only makes it easier for that greatness to exist. Um, it can make or break it, if I'm being honest. So, if you speak life, there will be life. If you speak death, there will be death. So I agree with a lot of these perspectives. I don't think that it takes a woman to make a man be great, because if it takes a woman, then he wasn't great in the first place. She was, and she gave him that. And so that's not on that man, that's on that woman. And that does happen. That has happened. Women have made some men. Um, but that wasn't them. So simple.